What's
Uh,
up, bro? How you doing, Mr. Disney?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. So,
How do you
how you
like
want
the shirt?
to? I got my Hulk. I got yeah, baby,
Ragnarok?
all day, cuz. I got to represent everything. I got my Marvel. You see behind me, I got my red Power Ranger sword.
Mm-hmm.
I got my OG Cyborg right here. Show you real quick. Bam! Look at
Nice.
that.
All right. So
My bad.
I'm just gonna interview you. You could
All right,
be
cool.
totally honest, or
Brutally honest. Are you
or,
sure you want brutally?
or you could be like Bill Murray in Zombieland Double Tap.
Exactly right. Al Roker. Boom.
All right. So first question: how are you today?
Man, I've actually been busy, which I'm really happy about. I got a couple of projects in the works now that I'm going to be a part of. I got courted to do a couple of different things over Zoom, which was pretty cool. And I'll be once those are locked in, I'm going to be posting on social media, so I let all my fans know what's happening.
All right. So you're gonna create an OnlyFans account.
Uh, I mean that's another option I can go with. I don't want to like oversaturated the market with beautiful plus size black men, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because they had that one guy that was me a couple weeks ago, so I don't want to like replace him yet. 'Cause I know that he died and all that.
Yeah.
So
All right. So another question I have. So these are on my phone that I have questions.
okay.
What was your reaction when you got the part, a small background part in the 2016 film La La Land?
So when I got casted as a actual featured dancer for that one, it was ecstatic, bro. So the whole story behind that, I actually knew Damien Chazelle, the director, before the movie came out, and he knew that I was a dancer. For those who aren't privy, again, my name is Mike Fallin. I've been dancing for about 15 years. Come this August, me and him knew each other prior to that because my stepdad worked with him on the movie Whiplash, and I was a dancer. So when La La Land came around, he actually hit me up. I sent him my crunk battle footage from my YouTube account, and he sent the Lionsgate studio, and they approved me to be in the film. And that I got the blessing from Lionsgate, and the director was crazy. I had to keep it under wraps though because I got casted in June 2015, and I didn't say nothing until August of 2015 when we shot because I actually was in two scenes. I was a featured dancer in the opening of the film, and I'm a background actor as a little cameo in the ending when they're in Seb's club for Sebastian's. That's the first. I shot the ending first, and then another month later, I shot the beginning of the film.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will post the links to those scenes because I found them on YouTube. So I'll
Yes.
post the links.
Okay.
All right. Another, I have another question.
Okay. What's up?
Let's talk about the DC fan film you did, Fair Play.
Oh yes.
And what was your inspiration?
So as a nerd, I get as someone who constantly consumes cinema and anime, I get tired of like people or companies recycling the same characters or storylines over and over again. And I'm a huge DC fan, amongst other properties, and I felt that because of how the titular character Mr. Terrific was portrayed in Arrow on the CW, it wasn't satisfactory by my standards because of how they completely stripped away the character. And I didn't care that they changed sexual orientation. That meant nothing to me. It's just instead of him being a strong man in the comics, Mr. Terrific, who's the main character of Fair Play, in the comics he is the third smartest human on Earth. He's a billionaire and a roboticist, meaning like he's a better and a pioneer of robotic technology and a martial artist. In the TV show, They made it to where he can't fight. He's still an Olympian, but not as good as he actually supposed to be. He's not rich, and he's an IT character, IT department like uh, assistant. So that's what inspired me to make the movie Fair Play, where I basically got Mr. Terrific and four other supporting characters in the DC universe, and decided to get to write my own take on the whole mythos, Mr. Terrific.
Are awesome. As many of you guys don't know, that my buddy Mike over here got me
Hmm.
a small part in that short film. Where I
Yes.
played one of the thugs who gets knocked out
Oh,
by
yeah.
uh
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific's electric
T spheres.
T-spheres. Alright. I was about to
Yes.
say bullets.
N- Uh, they can turn the bullets too. You want me to give a backstory on that too? How that came about?
Be my guest.
Okay, cool. Well, technically, I already am. I'm on the show. So for those who don't know, me and Tyler met a while back, and ever since, like a couple years ago already. Time's flying. So when I threw together
2018. June
2018,
5th,
that's
2018. I
it.
remember that day.
That's true. Jurassic Park, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a whole different. That's a whole different side story.
I will tell you guys that story later on.
That's later. We're not going to go into that. This isn't about that side story. It's about me and Tyler right now. So what happened was when I created the Fair Play short film, me and my co-director Gio Perez, shout out to him and the whole cast and crew, Gichi Gamba, Juan, Orlando, Chris, Shang Ching, all of them. I love all y'all. I mean, if I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry, my bad. So basically, when we produced the project, it all got set up because of Gichi Gamba. He basically made the introduction with my co-director because I told him about the idea about wanting to make this a short film. So when I wrote the whole story, basically I had the villain be a character named Mr. Brick, who's from the DC universe. He's a thug criminal version of Luke Cage, same powers and everything. So when we shot the short film, I actually played three characters in the short film. If you watch it, the last character you can't notice because my voice is altered, but the first character is me and Tyler. We both play thugs for the criminal, and when we both get knocked out, I'm wearing a zombie Batman mask. So that's me, and I'm standing right next to Tyler when both of us get knocked out, and that's in the opening scene. Then the main character, but not the main character, but the supporting character I played throughout that was an older version of Static Shock. So I wanted to age up the character, and then the last character I played was the mysterious villain on the phone call with Maxwell Lord. But yes, that's the whole story about how me and Tyler got knocked out by a Justice League member.
Alright, so we have another question.
Yes.
What upcoming projects are you working on? Could you say?
Okay, what can I talk about? This feels a little weird. I don't want to get too Hollywood because I'm not that level where I want to be, but I'm better off where I'm at than I was before. So right now, I have a short film that I finished writing, and I'm going to be producing once the quarantine is over. It's going to be called Myth Bonded. For Myth Bonded, for those who are interested, I did a remix of the Amazonian mythos into a sci-fi drama. Basically, it's about a family who is in peril, and the villains or initial villains are going to be my own take on male and female Amazonians. So with that one, I'm teaming back up with my Fair Play co-director Gio Perez. Right now, we've been courting a couple of different actors, a couple of them from Stranger Things, a couple of people from Shameless, Vampire Diaries, and I can't name complete names yet until we get everything locked in. But it's looking promising with the casting. I already got a couple of locations scouted out. We got a new director of photography for this project. His name's Ryan. And give a shout out to Ryan, my 7 foot wonder. He knows who he is.
Yeah,
Ryan,
I'll tag him.
you tag okay, tag Ryan, man,
I
because
will.
he knows. And then Tyler, I'm gonna get Tyler a part in that too, because Tyler knows. Because every project, Tyler, I'm gonna sneak him in. Me and Tyler have like a Johnny Depp Tim Burton relationship, or Tyler's like my light skinned Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm his Martin Scorsese.
I was about to say that.
So that's basically like an update on that, and then I'm also it's crazy because this year I have to push back projects that I wanted to do because of the whole coronavirus. Another one I'm having lined up that we're going to be doing after Myth Bonded is called Ringleader. It is going to be my first ever original horror slasher character that I created. So basically, it's going to be a mixture of it's going to be a social commentary on America's viewpoints on interracial dating, but to be mixed with a horror character. He's like my own Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers, called the Ringleader. So that's going to be cool. I have a new creature actor attached to that. His name is Jerome Tucker. So he's going to be killing it. I got a couple of people I'm talking to right now about being attached to it. That's going to be like a 15-minute short, but like I said, I got my new director of photography for everything, Ryan. So Ryan's going to be killing that, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Other projects I can speak on because NDAs. I did get approached this week by let me see, what can I say? I got approached about doing a web series over Zoom, which is going to be a very interesting series. They're almost done with the casting. It's going to be how do I say this? It's going to be a modern take on friendship through technology. That's all I can say. But besides me, the other actor that's going to be attached to it will be Kichi Gamba, who's my frequent collaborator. But y'all might know him as the Black Power Ranger from the most famous Power Ranger fan film on the web called Power Rangers Unauthorized, which is almost at 25 million hits on YouTube. But Gishi's been in a lot of the projects as well. If you look up his whole history, he's a dope, versatile actor, and I'm really happy to have him in my corner. So those are basically the 3 projects I can talk about right now. And a fourth one, just to give you a little exclusive, I am finishing up the outline. I'm doing I'm gonna have to pitch the whole thing we're gonna get it pitched to my manager to studios, but I'm going to be finishing an outline on a new King Arthur trilogy. But I'm gonna be modernizing King Arthur for 2020 in a new way nobody really expected, and give you guys a little hint. It's gonna be more of a King Arthur Hellboy feel to it. So that's all I can say for now.
All right, that's pretty awesome. Well, that's all I have for the interview.
Mm-hmm.
If you just want to talk about some stuff, we can.
Okay, so I wish this interview was 2 days ago, because for those who don't know, 2 days ago was actually the official anniversary of La La Land Day in Los Angeles, which was pretty nuts. For those who aren't privy, and I know Tyler knows what's up because that's my boy, so he's up on cinematic affairs. Back in 2017, after La La Land came out, the mayor of LA actually christened every April 25th official La La Land Day in Los Angeles. So even though we couldn't do no big celebrations this year for it, I was able to, still make a little video, give a shout out to my cast and crew, get back in touch with some people from the film, and it's just crazy. It's that film is almost like the gift that keeps on giving. I remember last year when we had La La Land Day, I did go out with one of the other cast members, Clifton Eddy, who was Ryan Gosling, the drummer for the film. Went to Huntington Beach and did like an in-person presentation for a celebration of like the La La Land Day. Because in Huntington Beach is where they shot the jazz club romance scene in the middle of the film between Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Ryan Gosling is playing the piano. They keep coming back and forth between her and him. I can't remember the name of the bar, but the bar is right there at the edge of the harbor in Huntington Beach. And every year they have a La La Land Day celebration.
I do have one question about La La Land.
As many questions you want, bro. We got my time.
So I know that the freeway scene you were in was filmed on the 405 South Harbor.
Okay.
Going east. But were there other shots that they did, like, on different freeways to match it, or was it
Yeah,
all on
pretty
there?
much. So the way the logistics works, from everything I experienced firsthand, and from people that I talked to, the dancers from that same thing that they brought back more than me, I got brought in for the first day of that shot. Basically, we shot for 13 hours, and what they did was they shut down that freeway ramp for about 3 days. The city gave us a permit to do so. So when you're watching that 5 minute segment, that took 3 days and over about 40, maybe almost 40 hours to film, and to condense that 4 hours of footage down to 5 minutes. And so what they did was they kept bringing back the other dancers that had their own choreography on the cars to keep coming back over and over again. My character, if you watch the film, and I'll save the footage if you want to add to this, my character comes out of the moving truck halfway through the scene in all red. I come out from the side in all red before they lift the back of the moving truck open. And so we had to do that over and over again for 13 hours that day. And a little trick that they did to keep people in line on rhythm, they installed speakers underneath all the cars. So that song was blasted over and over again for 13 hours when we shot that. The choreographer that was Mandy Moore. The choreographers were Michael Rucci and Jillian Myers, and they killed it. I got nothing but love for them. But when they brought me in, because my specialty is crump dancing, it's a form of street battle dancing, meaning it's more street centric for those who aren't privy to the dance terms. Meaning that it was born for one-on-one dance battles and competitions, but it has evolved in being a full-rounded dance style. Um, when I came in, I just came in not freestyle, but the shot that they use, I get blocked out. A lot of my dance gets blocked out. Out of 13 hours, it was the best take they could use, and I forgive them. It is what it is. And so when they coordinated all that, they brought me in for one day, but they brought that the same dancers to do the same choreography 2 extra days in a row for that scene. So because they had that whole freeway for 3 days.
Alright. Wow, that's awesome. So just to let you guys know, I was an extra in a short film that's coming out.
Oh yeah, I know about
They
this.
released the trailer. It's called At Last.
Hmm.
My friend Katie Burton is the main actress in it, and met some new friends. One of the friends I met, he is the nicest boy. His name is Zach. It's hard to pronounce his name, so I'm not gonna pronounce his last name. But he was he was the amazing talented actor you saw in the Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf.
I love Falcons and peanut butter, so I feel you.
Yeah, but it was it was fun. So we they released. It also stars George Lopez, which
Oh,
was a fun time working with him at the high school in Hollywood. So yeah, that's all I have for you, Mike.
okay.
Hope you're doing well,
Yes.
and you're always welcome to be on here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be dropping in a lot on this show. I'm looking forward to it to see how this progresses. I have a lot of faith in the show, and I know you're gonna do well, Tyler.
Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah. So for those who want to follow up on my projects on Instagram and Twitter, my panhandle is Kingdom Kid 90, as a spelled KINGDOM KID and the number 90. No crazy backwards letters or special characters. Yeah, guys, and then so when we start filming these other projects and the ones I'm allowed to announce later, I can't announce everything like I wanted to because NDAs. But when I'm allowed to, I'll be posting those on my social media. And yeah, you'll be seeing a lot more of me on this show every now and then, guys. I'll be dropping it just to make sure Tyler's doing good because
Yeah,
I got faith in him.
there's also other guests I'm gonna try and get. I might I might get this actress. You may know her from Stranger Things, Glenn Ellen,
Yes. Well, Ellen Anderson, know her very well. She's a nice person.
and my friend Leona Ramirez, who is starring in Power Rangers.
Beast Morphers. Yep. You know, Leanna too. She's cool people.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get them on here for like in the next couple weeks. So yeah,
Exactly. I
all right.
appreciate you taking the time to have me on the show, Tyler. I really enjoyed it.
Had to,
Thank you.
bro. You had to be my first guest. Yeah.
That's about it.
Word.
But all right. Appreciate you taking the time to have me on here.
You're welcome. Have a good night and stay safe.
All right. Peace.
All right, peace.